Good evening and welcome back to Cooking and Wine for Lovers, experience number 19. I am Melissa, your co-host, along with my husband Kurt, and tonight it will be Madeira My Dear, along with a beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, so we know the whole premise of cooking wine for lovers is you get dressed up for each other, and my wife always does that, and she always finds these amazing dresses, and I personally picked this one tonight because she hasn't worn it in a while. So what's the deal with this one, honey?
So this one I just found in a local department store, and I love it. It's just very comfortable, it's very colorful, just very light. I can wear some heels with it, I can wear flip-flops with it, whatever you'd like. I love it.
Honey, you look great, and it makes me happy, and I'm looking forward to spending the night.
Thank you. Me too.
Okay, so the three best things about cooking wine for lovers are, of course, dressing up for each other, the food, and of course, the wine. So tonight, we have a Cabernet Sauvignon from a vineyard called V. Satui in California. It's one of our favorites. We are actually wine club members there. Kind of cool. You can't buy V. Satui anywhere. You can only buy it from them online. It's great wine. So this is a 2015 Cabernet Sauvignon from V. Satui. Melissa's going to read us the tasting notes.
Okay, so unfortunately, this wine is no longer made by V. Satui. However, the winery is fantastic, and it makes a whole bunch of other excellent Cabernets. We want to stick with V. Satui tonight since we're using the Madeira in dinner. Since it's not made any longer, we couldn't find any official tasting notes, but we did find this review on a popular online wine site, and having had this wine before, we think it's right on. The 2015 V. Satui Cabernet has blackberries, earthiness, and a eucalyptus on the nose. It is dry and full body, as you would expect from a Napa Cab. On the palate, it's rich, big, and bold. Tremendously well-balanced oak, mocha, and dark berries.
All right, cool. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to show you this really cool little decanter that we found this year. It's a little spinny thing. We found it on our trip to Temecula, and it's really fun because we decanted this about an hour ago, as you should do for Cabernets. And every time we walk by, you just kind of hit it, and it kind of spins around a little bit, and it aerates the wine even better. So it's been a lot of fun to have. Melissa's going to pour us some of this wine so we can try it. And with Cabernets, you should decant ahead of time. This has been decanting for about an hour and a half, and we're really excited to try this. All right, so our wine is poured into our really cool white label Cooking and Wine for Lovers wine glasses, which are available on our website.
Yeah.
And we're going to check the bouquet.
We are.
Oh, God, that smells really good. All right, we're going to
swirl.
Cheers, sweetheart, to episode or experience number 19.
Experience number 19.
I'm excited. We're going to make Madeira My Dear tonight.
Me too.
All right, so we're going to try it. Wow, that's
really good.
That's a really good Cabernet. It helps when you let it age in your wine fridge. So anyway, so we're going to keep drinking this Cabernet, and we're going to go on to make some really awesome dinner.
Sweetheart, I'm really excited about tonight's dinner. So tell us what the ingredients are.
Okay, so tonight's dinner is a fun one. We are making Madeira My Dear, which I made up. And we're starting with about 1.5 pounds, 2 chicken breasts, skinless, boneless chicken that I've chopped into 1-inch pieces. We're going to use this V. Satui Madeira wine that we talked about. Now, you can buy Madeira wine in just about any wine store, but we found this V. Satui wine really just knocks it up a whole bunch for this meal. We have about 8 ounces of sliced fresh white mushrooms. We have some Italian seasoning. We have 1 Spanish onion I'm going to cut up. We have 8 garlic cloves I'm also going to slice. We have black pepper, olive oil, of course, Lowry's garlic salt. We have a package of 4 ounces of sun-dried tomatoes. We have a box of moscaccio pasta, and then about 1 1/4 cups of homemade fresh chicken stock. You can buy it in the store, but the homemade is way, way better. If you have time, you can find the recipe online. It's actually really, really easy. So anyway, that's what's going on in tonight's meal. We're going to make it up and have some fun. Okay, so the good news is this meal is a lot quicker and a lot easier than the last one we did. The last one was awesome, but it did take some time. This one's a lot easier. We're going to start by putting a little bit of olive oil in our saute pan, a tablespoon or 2, not too much. We're going to set the heat to medium-high. And then we're going to take our chicken that I cut up and put it in the pan. And then pretty easy, we're going to take this chicken, we're going to season it with, of course, our Lawry's garlic salt. And be liberal, because this makes it taste really, really good. And then, of course, we're going to use some fresh ground black pepper. That's all we need for this one. Get it in there, get the chicken cooking. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook this chicken until it's browned, and then we'll go on to the next step. So we'll show you what that looks like when we're done. All right, so it's been about 7 or 8 minutes. You can see that our chicken is very well cooked through. Nothing's pink anymore. There'll be a slight little brown edge on a few pieces. We're going to take the chicken out of the pan, put it on a plate. And then if you have any little extra oil, you can put that back in your pan for our next part. And then what we're going to do is add just a little bit more olive oil, not much. And we're going to add our onions. And we're going to add our garlic, which I sliced up from earlier. So you can see them all sliced. It's about 8 cloves. We always err on the side of more garlic is better, but if you don't like as much, you can go a little bit less. And then what we're going to do is we're going to saute these onions until they get soft. It's going to take about 5 to 7 minutes. As soon as that's done, we'll show you the next part. All right, so you can see that our onions and our garlic are nice and soft. They're not caramelized yet, but they're soft. So the next thing to do is we're going to add our mushrooms. Look at that, nice, good-looking mushrooms. We're going to chop them up as much as we can, infiltrate them into the onions and the garlic, and we're going to let them get soft. This is going to take about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we'll be back and show you the next steps. So it's been about 4 to 5 minutes. You can see the mushrooms are nice and soft. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add 3/4 cup of this absolutely beautiful V62 Madeira wine, which you can drink, but it's really good in a lot of cooking. Has some great flavor. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to let this mix into the onions and the garlic and the mushrooms, and we're going to boil it for 2 minutes and then go on to the next step. So, of course, the most important part is always to check the wine and make sure it's okay. I haven't had it in a little bit, so yes, it's still fantastic. So, it's been exactly 2 minutes. Our Madeira wine has boiled in this mixture, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add our 1 1/4 cup of chicken stock. Like I said, if you can make homemade, it's even better. So we're going to put that in there, and then we're also at this point going to return our chicken to the pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to boil this now for about 10 to 15 minutes and let the mixture reduce in half. And while that's happening, we're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. Give it a little extra flavor. So we're going to mix this all together. We're going to let it boil. We're going to let this mixture reduce in half. And while that's happening, we're going to take our Mascaccio Rigati pasta, and we're going to put it in this pot of boiling water, and we're going to cook the pasta according to directions on the box. This pasta, I think, is about 10 to 11 minutes. We're going to boil it up, and then we're going to put this all together here very shortly. This is an awesome meal. All right, so our pasta chicken mixture, or pardon me, our chicken mixture has been reduced by about half. You can see it's about half what it was when we added all the liquids in. It looks really good. We've boiled our pasta, so it's al dente. We like it about that, so it's about 11 minutes. We're going to add the pasta to this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to mix it all together. Get all that goodness mixed in with the pasta. It's about a minute or so to get it all mixed together. And then while we're doing that, we're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to mix it all together. We're going to let this continue to cook for about a minute or two. And that's all it really takes when you get to this point. and then we are ready to eat dinner. I'm excited, babe, because I'm hungry.
Wow, and it smells amazing.
The Madeira wine from Visatui really makes a difference in this meal. It is just so good. We're going to eat this in just a second. Okay, so we transferred this awesome pasta to a serving bowl. Melissa's going to put it together for us. And this part's really pretty easy. Just get a spoon, put it in the bowl.
Smells and looks amazing, sweetheart.
But the really cool part about this, and I know we've done this before, but this really makes a big difference in your Italian cooking. Fresh Parmesan cheese we're going to grate over this pasta. Really, really makes a big difference.
It does, absolutely does. And it doesn't take much longer just to get a block of the Parmesan, fresh Parmesan, a little cheese grater, and you have it.
And look at that. That is fabulous. We're going to have an awesome meal. All right, babe, so you have set another beautiful little romantic dinner. And we even have the fireplace on the TV to add a little ambiance. And this is really cool. We're going to have an awesome dinner. I can't wait to try this.
I'm excited. Sweetheart, it's been another beautiful, great evening.
Sure has. And remember, guys, the couples that cook together and drink wine together stay together.
For sure.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers.
All right. See you guys next time.
See you next time.